Hey folks, welcome to another Why It's There. I believe this is episode 4. You count them, 1, 2, 3, 4. And we're going to go over this shelf right here, and there's a lot of great games here. So let's go ahead and get started right here, though, because frankly, my shoulder's going to be covering up most of these games most of the time anyway, so that's just the way it goes. We're going to start off right here with Kingsburg. Kingsburg is a great dice placement game. If you've never played this and you enjoy worker placement or dice placement games, this might be something that you want to try out. If you can get the newer version that has the expansion stuff already in it, that's your Huckleberry. But even if it's just the base game, this is a really fun game to play. Great dice placement game, and I really enjoy it. This is probably not going to leave my collection anytime soon. Then we have coming up here, you saw the first one that we went over, Zombicide Black Plague is here, and then it just kind of filters down the rest of the Zombicide stuff, and I have Zombicide, Marvel Zombies over there on another shelf, but Zombicide Invader is the last one that I think I got from the reviews that I did with the Dice Tower, and really a neat implementation. It's probably my least favorite if we're discounting the original Zombicide. It's my least favorite of the. It just feels too easy. But now that I've said that, I'll probably lose the next 15 million times that I play it. But that is Zombicide Invader. I really do enjoy it. I do still enjoy this system. I just think that the other versions of it are better and a little bit more challenging. Wolfsburg, Zombie Wolves, for crying out loud. As if you needed faster zombies than runners and more tough. I don't think this needed to be made, but I'm glad they made it. I think it's pretty cool. Zombicide Green Horde. Orc Zombies is what you needed, and you didn't know you needed it until they made it, and then you're like, oh yeah, I need that. So Zombicide Green Horde, I really enjoy if you needed tougher, more nightmare juice-ish zombies, that's where you need to go. Orc Zombies, they're just fun. Lincoln here is one that my wife and I are going to be playing here in probably next week, if we can find some time. We do have people visiting in town right now, and that takes up a lot of our time because we want to spend time with them before they have to go back home. So we have been light on playing our two-player games recently, so we haven't got this to the table yet. I have gotten the rules back out, and I have set it all up, and I refreshed my memory with it, so when we play it next, I'll be able to just hit the ground running. But this is a great little two-player game from Worthington Games and PSC Games about the Civil War, and I really enjoy it. I'm just hoping that it holds up, and that's why I'm kind of revisiting it because I think it will, but I want to see if it does or not. Cutthroat Kingdoms was designed by a buddy of mine named Brian Merloni, and I actually have, you'll see on another shelf, I have a really neat sentimental connection to this game. So I'm looking forward to sharing that sentimental story with you later on when we get to the other shelf that has the prototype copy of it. But this is a really neat. The name of the game really tells you what it's all about. It is super cutthroat. It's a super mean game, but it's a really neat theme. It's got some good artwork in it as well. So if you like mean, cutthroaty type games, give this one a look. I think you'll enjoy it. Here in the middle, we have our Small World contingent. We even have some extra stuff right here that I couldn't fit in one of the other boxes for Small World, just more pieces, basically. You'll notice that I do have a couple of these that are still in shrink. I just haven't got the time to play these yet, but they're just basically, this is a Power Pack 1 and Power Pack 2. I just haven't got them to the table yet, that's all. River World is meh, 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 meh. Sky Islands is fun though. That was a cool expansion. Small World, the base game, that will never go anywhere. I really enjoy this, and this has a moniker of having a super awesome insert. Days of Wonder usually does a really good job with putting really great inserts in their games, and this one is no exception at all. I really like the insert in this one. Small World of Warcraft is just Small World with the World of Warcraft skin wrapped around it. Some of the tribes that come in this one are very much centric. Their powers are centric around World of Warcraft, so it is very cool, and it's a good bridge to gap the board game and video game world. So that would be a cool reason why I have that. Then we have World of Warcraft: The Wrath of the Lich King from Z-Man Games, and this is the Pandemic system. So basically, this is kind of like Pandemic, but you're trying to beat back the Lich King and all of his forces and all that kind of stuff, rather than a bunch of pandemics. So this is a cool adaptation of the Pandemic system, but I've heard tell that it isn't the best. I've heard tell that the Star Wars Clone Wars, I think is what it is, version of the Pandemic system is the best that's out there. So, I'm going to give that one a try because I do see them in stores and I do see them on shelves around. So I'm going to probably end up picking that up sometime just to give it a whirl. But this is one that we have really enjoyed. And we thought that the theme worked well with that. So that's in the collection as well. Roar, King of the Pride is really cool. It really looks like, and it kind of feels like a family game. Daryl Andrews designed this along with Erica Boyeries, and they did a super good job with this game. And this is Vincent Dutrait's artwork, so yes, I have to buy it because it's got Vincent Dutrait's artwork in it. And you know what? I'm pretty sure, man, I'm second guessing myself. I'm pretty sure, yes, it is. Of course it is. I am not crazy. I've just been seeing a lot of games with Vincent Dutrait's artwork on there. So anyway, this looks like a family weight game, but it's pretty mean and it's pretty strategic. So I think it can be played as a family game, but it also has that caveat in it to where if you are playing with a lot of kind of seasoned gamers that are going to want to go after each other, you can definitely play it this way. So this one's going to be staying on. Daryl's a great guy. Erica's a great lady as well. And they're both great designers. And I really enjoy this game a lot. So it's not going anywhere. Atlantis Rising. This is the Elf Creek version. And this is just a great game. And the artwork on this one, again, Vincent Dutrait, is just amazing. So it really makes this game pop. This is the second edition of it. And it just pops a lot more. I'm really looking forward to giving the Monstrosities expansion a go with this again. So that's going to be hitting the table pretty soon. But artwork is going to be what really keeps it on the shelf for me. But this is also a really good, fun game, cooperative game as well. So Atlantis Rising is a great one. House of Danger is a cooperative adventure game. You'll notice that it's Choose Your Own Adventure. It's one of the old Choose Your Own Adventure books that's been made into a cooperative adventure game. And it really does feel like you're reading through the old books and having to make choices, and you're doing some of that flipping to the page and reading your outcome, but this is a really fun board game adaptation of those Choose Your Own Adventure books that I read the snot out of when I was a kid. So I can't more highly recommend that. They're not too big on the component side of things. They're not flashy, but the mechanisms and the experience is really fun. So that's why that's still up there. Here we have Rum and Bones, Second Tide, and then we have 3 factions from Rum and Bones. Of course, my favorite one is the Hammers of Ragnarok. Then we have the Blue Troche region. I can never pronounce that word correctly. And then the Brise Sanguine, the French faction, I believe. for Rum and Bones. This is not all that I have of Rum and Bones. There's more down below, but we'll get to that on another day and another video. But Rum and Bones is a great two-player game is where it really shines. You can play it as 3 or 4 players, but it's really a two-player game. And they had a first version. This is the second tied version. I still have the first version down below. So I'm going to have to put everything together at some point. But right now I just have it occupying an entire column of these 2 rows. But it's a really fun game. Great theming. Great dice rolling time as well. So I've really had a lot of time, a lot of fun, a lot of good times playing this. So that's Rum and Bones, and that pretty much does it for this episode of Why It's There. Thanks for joining me. We'll see you guys and gals on the flip side. Take care.